Hello students, we are going to discuss some questions from basic mathematics today. So, first question is solution set of the equation log x whole square plus log x square plus log 2 whole square minus 1 equals to. So, in this question, we can write the first term as log x base 10 whole square. Second term log x square, we can write it as 2 log x, because we know there is a formula log m2 power n, where base is suppose a, would be nothing but n log m. So power comes out, so power is n, that comes out here. So using this formula we can write like this. Okay, then minus 1 we can transpose to the left hand side, so it will become plus 1. And at the same time we can also do one thing, that we can write this as 2 into log x into 1 plus 1 can be written as 1 whole square, and right hand side will become log 2 whole square. Now left hand side is like, it is in the form of a square plus 2ab plus b square. Now a square plus 2ab plus b square can be written as a plus b whole square. So it will become log x plus 1 whole square. Okay, now another thing is 1 we can write it as log 10 base 10, because if we convert in the form of base 10 it will be easier to simplify, and that will be equal to log 2 base 10 whole square. Okay, now we can apply log m plus log n formula, because base is same. So you know log m plus log n is log mn, so it will become log of x into 10, so that would be nothing but 10x whole square of that, and that is equal to log 2 whole square. Now if you take the square root on both the side, so you will get log 10x base 10, and that will be equal to either log 2 or you will get minus log 2. Okay, then you will get log 10x base 10 equal to log 2, or you have minus log 2. Minus log 2 can be written as minus 1 into log 2. Now minus 1 is outside, so it will become the power of 2 using this rule, log m2 power n equal to n log m. So it will become log 2 raised to power minus 1. 2 raised to power minus 1 is nothing but 1 by 2. Now if you compare both the side, base is same, so if we cancel log and log, then we are getting 10x equal to either 2 or 1 by 2. So we'll get x equal to either 2 by 10 or 1 by 2 divided by 10. So 10 will come in the denominator. So either we are getting 1 by 5 or 1 by 20. This is the answer. Okay student, then we'll discuss question number 2. The value of b satisfying this equation. So the equation is log b base root 8 equal to 3 1 by 3. So log b base root 8 is equal to 3 1 by 3, that's nothing but 10 by 3. Now if you cancel the log, then b will become, this will become the base and right hand side will become the power. So it will become root 8 raised to power 10 by 3. Root 8, whenever you have square root means power is 1 by 2. Okay, and 8 is nothing but 2 cube. So 2 cube raised to power 1 by 2 raised to power 10 by 3. So when you simplify 2 cube raised to power 1 by 2, so you know the laws of exponent, a to power m raised to power n equal to a to power mn. So we will multiply this power, so it will become 2 power 3 into 1 by 2, it will become 3 by 2 raised to power 10 by 3. Again, if we apply the same rule, a to power m raised to power n, so we'll multiply the power again. So 2 power, it will become 3 by 2 into 10 by 3. So then we can cancel 3 and 3, and then 10 divided by 2, that will become 5. So we will get 2 power 5, and that is equal to 32. Okay, then question number 3. The expression log 8 base 0.5 whole square has the value and root of that equal to. So first of all, we can find log, we can write this as log 0.5, log 8 base 0.5 whole square and square root of that. Now log 8 base 0.5 can be written as, so 0.5 is like 1 by 2, or we can write 2 power minus 1. 8 can be written as 2 cube and then the whole square of it. Okay, now there is a rule of log, and according to that, if you have log a to power m and base is a to power n, so it will be given by m by n. So using this rule, we can write this as log, we can write this as so what is a here? If you compare a is 2 and m is 3 and n is minus 1, so it will become 3 by minus 1 whole square. So 3 by minus 1 whole square, that is root 9. Root 9 is nothing but 3. Question number 4. Log a plus b is equal to log ab, where a and b are greater than 0, positive. Then you have to find the value of this expression, which is a cube minus 1 in a bracket into b cube minus 1 in another bracket minus 1 divided by ba into a plus b. So first of all, this is the given condition. So if we cancel log and log here, if we cancel log and log, then we will get a plus b equal to ab. Now we will try to simplify this. So first of all, we need to multiply a cube with b cube minus 1. So if we multiply, we will get a cube b cube, and then a cube into minus 1 will get minus a cube. Next, minus 1 into b cube minus 1. So it will become minus b cube and then plus 1 and then minus 1. So it's clear. A cube into b cube, a cube b cube, a cube into minus 1 minus a cube, minus 1 into b cube minus b cube, and then minus 1 into minus 1, that is plus 1 and then minus 1. Now this 1 and minus 1 will get cancelled, divided by, you have ba into a plus b. Okay, now this is nothing but it's like ab whole cube. So it can be written as ab whole cube, minus sign if we take common, then other two term can be written as minus of a cube plus b cube divided by ab into a plus b. Okay, then ab is nothing but a plus b, so it will become a plus b whole cube minus a cube plus b cube divided by ab into a plus b. Okay, then a plus b whole cube, we know there is a formula a cube plus b cube plus 3ab into a plus b minus a cube plus b cube divided by ab into a plus b. Okay, then if we can cancel a cube plus b cube, a cube plus b cube, then we have 3ab into a plus b divided by ab into a plus b. So ab into a plus b will get cancelled and we will get 3. Okay, so next question number 5. So in question number 5, we have to find the value of 7 raised to power log 5 base 3, and then 3 to power log 7 base 5 minus 5 to power log 7 base 3 minus 7 raised to power log 3 base 5. Now 7 to power log 5 will be equal to 5 to power log 7, because there is a formula. So 7 to power log 5, it will be equal to 5 to power log 7, and you will also get 3 power log 7 equal to 7 power log 3, because there is a formula which says that a2 power log b, where suppose base is c, is equal to b2 power log a. Okay, so if you compare, then you can see, or basically you can also remember that these two are interchanged, right? So 7 and 5, they are interchanged. You see here 7 and 5 got interchanged. Similarly here you have 3 and 7, and here 7 and 3 got interchanged, and base is same. Over here also base is same, 3 3, here also base is same, 5 and 5. So they are equal. Now if they are equal, then what will happen? 7 to power log 5 and 5 to power log 7 will get cancelled. Similarly 3 to power log 7 and 7 to power log 3 will get cancelled. Then answer would be 0. Okay, then question number 6. The expression 0.05 raised to power log 0.1 recurring, where base is root 20, is a perfect square of the natural number. So we have to find it is a perfect square of which natural number. Okay, so first of all, if we try to simplify this, or 0.05, we can write it as we can write it as 1 by 20. Okay, 1 by 20 is nothing but 20 to power minus 1 raised to power log, you have root 20. Root 20 is like 20 to power 1 by 2, and 0.01, that is nothing but 1 by 9, because after the decimal point there is one digit recurring or repeating, so we have to put 9 in the denominator. Okay, now next we can write it as, so for log there is a rule actually. Whenever you have, suppose you have log a2 power n, log b base a2 power n, so it can be written as 1 by n log b base a. So power of the base, it will come outside and it will be in denominator. So if the power is n, then outside you need to multiply by 1 by n, or basically you can also say that you are dividing the log by n. So according to this, what will happen, then outside you will write 1 by reciprocal of this power. So first of all you have 20 to power minus 1, and then it is like a2 power, this is suppose like a2 power m, then the log term is like n, so it will become a2 power mn. So it will become 20 raised to power minus 1 into, and as I told you, 1 by reciprocal of this power of the base. So 1 by 1 by 2, and into you will get log 1 by 9 base 20. Okay, now if you simplify this, it will become nothing but minus 2. So it will become 20 raised to power minus 2 log 1 by 9 base 20. Now as you know, whenever in log you have a number outside, so that will become the power of this 1 by 9. So you know that rule, right? Log, if base is b and a2 power n is there, so it can be written as n log a base b. So this power comes out. Similarly, if n is a number which is present outside the log, so that will become the power of a. Okay, so it will become 20 raised to power log 1 by 9 power will be nothing but minus 2 and base is 20. Okay, now this can be written as 1 by 9 raised to power minus 2, because I will tell you there is another rule of log. According to that, a to power log n base a is nothing but n. So here if you compare it, so in place of a you have 20, right? And in place of n you have 1 by 9 raised to power minus 2. Now when power is minus, then if you change the power to plus, then base will become reciprocal. So reciprocal of 1 by 9 is 9 and power will become plus 2. So 9 square, and that's nothing but 81. So that is the answer. Now they are asking it is a square of which natural number. So 81, yeah, so there was no need to write 81. So it is nothing but 9 square. So answer would be 9. It is square of a natural number 9. Okay, then question number 7. Let p be the integral part of log 108 base 3 and q be the integral part of log 375 base 5. Then you have to find absolute value of p plus q minus pq has the value equal to. Okay, so first of all you need to calculate p and q. So it's log 108 base 3. Okay, so suppose p is equal to log 108 base 3. So if you remove the log, if you cancel the log, then what will happen? 3 to power p will be equal to 108. 3 to power p is 108. Now you know that 3 to power something which is smaller than 108, so that is nothing but 27, right? 3 cube is 27 and 3 to power 3 to power 4 is 81. So 3 to power 4 is 81 and 3 to power 5 is, so you know 108 is between 3 to power 4 and 3 to power 5. Now you can replace 108 by 3 to power p. So you will get 3 to power 4 and then next you will get 3 to power p and next you will get 3 to power 5. So if you just compare it, then everywhere base is same, then you can see clearly, and this base is greater than 1 also, because if it is less than 1 then this sign will change when we cancel the base actually. So because base is greater than 1, now if you cancel the base, what will be left? 4, p and 5. So it means we are getting p is between 4 and 5. Now if p is between 4 and 5, okay, and p is the integral part of this actually, right? So maybe then we should have taken this as some x and y. So this is x. So we got x equal to, x is between 4 and 5. So whenever there is a number between 4 and 5, then you have to find the greatest integer function of that. So greatest integer function of a number between 4 and 5. So you will always go for the previous integer. So which is the previous integer of x? It is 4. So greatest integer function, which is nothing but p here. So greatest integer function of x, that will be nothing but 4. Similarly, if you take the other log term, which is nothing but log 375 base 5. So log 375 base 5 is y. Now you will get 5 to power y equal to 375. Now 5 power of 5 which is less than 375, that is nothing but 125 or 5 cube, and greater than 375, so that is nothing but 625 or 5 to power 4. Now if you replace 375 by 5 to power y, now again base everywhere is 5, it is same and it is greater than 1. So when you cancel the base, you will get 3 by 4. So you will get 3, y is less than, y is between 3 and 4 actually. Now q is nothing but greatest integer function of y. So when y is between 3 and 4, So greatest integer function of y, which is the previous integer 3, so it will be 3 actually. Then next you have to calculate the value of absolute value of p plus q minus pq. Now that is very simple, because you know the value of p and q. So p is 4, q is 3, and minus 4 into 3, so 7 minus 12, you will get minus 5. So absolute value of minus 5, it is nothing but 5. Is it clear? So then we'll move to question number 8. So in question number 8, we have to find x. So first of all, log is defined if x is positive. So that will be the first condition, x will be greater than 0. Next, if we will remove log from the left side, not from the right. So if we remove the first log, then what will happen? The RHS will become, base of this log is 4, and this 0 will become the power. So when we remove the log, we will get log of log x base 2 base 3 equal to 4 to power 0. That is nothing but 1. Now you remove another log. So when you remove another log, you will get log x base 2 equal to 3 to power 1. So that's 3. Now x would be nothing but, if you remove the log one more time, you will get 2 cube. That's nothing but 8. So this is the answer. Okay, next we will discuss question number 9. A, B and C, D are solutions of simultaneous equation 5 into log x base y plus log y base x, and that is equal to 26, and xy is also given 64. Then we have to find a plus b plus c plus d. Okay, so we have two equations. One is xy equal to 64, and we need to simplify this first. Okay, now in this equation, what you can observe, that log x base y and log y base x, they will be reciprocal of each other. So there is an identity also, right? So according to that, log b base a is nothing but a reciprocal of log a base b. Yeah, so this is the identity. Okay, now according to this identity, what will happen? We can say that log x base y would be nothing but reciprocal of log y base x. Okay, now suppose we take any one as t. Suppose you take log x base y as t, then the other one, log y base x, will become 1 by t. Okay, then this equation will become, it will become t plus 1 by t, and we can transpose 5 to right hand side, so it will become 26 by 5. Now if you take a LCM here, so you will get, denominator will be t, you will get t square plus 1. Okay, so first maybe I will discuss the shortcut method for this. So the shortcut method is 26 by 5. If you convert in mixed fraction, it will be 5 1 by 5. That can be written as 5 plus 1 by 5, or you can also write it as 1 by 5 plus reciprocal of 1 by 5. Now when you compare, so as you can see, left hand side is a variable t and reciprocal of that. Right hand side is also in the same form, a number and reciprocal of that, or even this form, a number and reciprocal of this. So when you compare it, then t will be either 5 or t will be 1 by 5. So when you compare, t is either 5 or 1 by 5. Okay, now if t is 5, then you will get log, we have assumed log x base y as t. So log x base y is 5, then we'll get x equal to y to power 5. Now we also know that xy is equal to 64. So in place of x we can substitute y to power 5 into y equal to 64. So we will get y to power 6, and that's equal to 64. That's nothing but 2 power 6. So by comparison you will get y equal to 2. Okay, now you got y equal to 2. Now to find x is nothing but y to power 5. So x will be 2 power 5. It will be nothing but 32. Okay, so one of the solution a comma b, we can take it as x comma y. X is 32 and y is 2. Okay, now the other case would be t can be equal to 1 by 5. So when t is equal to 1 by 5, so t is nothing but log x base y, and that is equal to 1 by 5. So we'll get here x equal to y to power 1 by 5, or if you transpose this power to left hand side, you will get y equal to x to power 5. Okay, then you have xy equal to 64, and in place of y you can substitute x to power 5. So you will get x to power 6 equals to 64, that is nothing but 2 power 6. So you will get x equal to 2, and because y is nothing but x to power 5, so it will become 2 power 5, that will be nothing but 32. So you are getting c comma d as 2 comma 32. So then you have to find a plus b plus c plus d. So that is nothing but 32 plus 2 plus 2 plus 32. So 32 plus 2 is 34, and twice of that 68. Okay, now another method for this question would be, you can make it a quadratic equation, like t plus 1 by t is 26 by 5. So you can take LCM here, it will become a quadratic equation and you will get it. But this is the simpler method. Okay, now we will discuss question number 10. So in question number 10, it is given that if 4 to power a plus 9 to power b is equal to 10 to power c, where a equals to log 4 base 16 and b equal to log 9 base 3 and c is equal to log 83 base x, then you have to find x. Okay, so first of all we can simplify a and b. A is log 4 base 16. 16 can be written as 4 square, and 4 is like 4 to power 1. So it will become 1 by 2. Okay, so I will tell you the reason behind it, because there is a rule of log. According to that, maybe I have told. So if you have log a to power m base a to power n, so it can be written as directly m by n. So according to this, it became 1 by 2. Next you have b. B is nothing but log 9 base 3. 9 is nothing but 3 square. So by the same rule, because if you observe again, a is 3 and m and n is nothing but 2 and 1. So you will get 2 by 1. Okay, then 10 to power c, that is nothing but 4 to power a plus 9 to power b. So we will get 4 to power 1 by 2 plus 9 to power 2. 4 to power 1 by 2. 1 by 2 is like square root. So square root of 4 plus 9 square, that's 81. So you know root 4 would be 2. 2 plus 81, 83. Okay, next we have to find x, where c is. So so we got 10 to power c equal to 83. Now from this equation, where we have c equal to log 83 base x. So if we remove the log, then we will get left hand side will become x to power c equal to 83. So we will get x to power c equal to 83, and you also have 10 to power c equal to 83. So when you compare it, right hand side is equal, then left hand side will be equal. So it means x to power c will be equal to 10 to power c. If you cancel the power, because power is equal, then base x will be equal to 10. So this is the answer. Okay, then question number 12. Solve the following equation for x and y. So you have log of absolute value of x plus y base 100 equal to 1 by 2. Then log y base 10 minus log absolute value of x base 10 equal to log 4 base 100. Okay, so if you remove the log, you will get absolute value of x plus y equal to 100 raised to power 1 by 2. Okay, power is 1 by 2 means square root. So square root of 100 is nothing but 10. Okay, then if you observe this equation, then you will get log base would be 10 and you will get y by absolute value of x, and that would be equal to log 100 can be written as 10 square. So 10 square and this is 4. So if you apply the rule of log, as I have told earlier also in some question, if base is having some power 2, so that will divide, or outside you have to write 1 by 2. So it will become 1 by 2 log, or we could have done one more thing here. There is one more rule. So we could have written 4 as 2 square. We could have written 4 as 2 square, and I will tell you of the other rule. So we can write this as log y by absolute value of x base 10 equal to log 2 base 10. So I will tell you the logic behind that. Suppose you have a log where, suppose you have a to power n, log b to power n, and base is a to power n. So that will be equal to log b by a. Why it should be log b base a? The reason is because whenever you have the power, like you have the power here as n and n, so according to the previous rule, if you see the previous rule, so yeah, this works for different numbers also. Different numbers in the sense here a and b can be different, because there it was a and b same. So outside what we can write outside n by n. So here power is same, so n by n will get cancelled and we will get log b base a. So that is the reason why ideally we should write here outside, we will write the ratio of the powers, so 2 by 2. But because 2 by 2 is nothing but 1, so we will get log 2 base 10. Okay, now if you compare on both the sides, so log base 10, that will get cancelled, so you'll get y by absolute value of x equal to 2. So you're getting y divided by absolute value of x equal to 2. Then you will get y equal to 2 times of absolute value of x. Okay, next first of all, what we have got over here, that absolute value of x plus y is nothing but 10, and we have also got y equal to 2 times of absolute value of x. Okay, so if we substitute over there in the equation absolute value of x plus y equal to 10, if we substitute y equal to 2 times of absolute value of x. Okay, now there would be two cases. If x is positive, and x can't be equal to 0, because then log won't be defined actually, and y has to be positive. Okay, so if we take x greater than 0, then y would be nothing but 2x according to this. So absolute value of x will be x, so y would be 2x. Now if you or why we are finding y actually, so directly maybe we can go for this. So absolute value of x will be x actually. Absolute value of x would be x. then this whole equation will become absolute value of x plus this will become 2x actually. So x plus 2x, 3x, and absolute value of that 10. So 3x absolute value is 10. Then we will get also absolute value of x equal to 10 by 3. Then x would be how much? X would be plus minus 10 by 3. But we will consider 10 by 3. The reason is because we have taken x equal to positive in the beginning. So we can't take x as negative. Okay. Now if x is 10 by 3, then what is y? Y is nothing but 2 times of absolute value of x. Now you also know that absolute value of x is nothing but x. So it is nothing but 2x. So 2 times of 10 by 3, it will be 20 by 3. So this is one solution set. Now for another solution set, we have to take the other case. So the other case is if x is negative, then absolute value of x will be equal to minus x, and y is 2 times of absolute value of x, so that it would be nothing but minus 2x. Then you have this equation equal to 10. So when you have absolute value of x equal to minus x, you will get here absolute value of x minus 2x equal to 10. So you are getting minus of absolute value of x equal to 10. So basically you are getting absolute value of x equal to 10. Now then x can be plus minus 10, but we will consider negative value because x is less than 0. So we'll get x equal to minus 10. If x is minus 10, then y is nothing but minus 2x. So minus 2 times of minus 2 into minus 10. So it will be 20. Then we'll get x comma y equal to. So the first set was 10 by 3, 20 by 3. So 10 by 3 comma 20 by 3. And the next set we will get it will be minus 10 comma 20. Okay student, then we will solve question number 12. So question number 12 is, if a is log 18 base 12 and b is log 54 base 24, then find the value of ab plus 5 times of a minus b. So first of all, we need to simplify a and b. So we have a equal to log 18 base 12 so log 18 base 12, if we want to write, we can also write it as log 18 by log 12, where base can be anything else. So suppose without base also in some cases you can write, no problem. So you write log 18 by log 12. Now log 18 is nothing but 2 into 3 square, and 12 is nothing but 2 square into 3. So if you apply the log formula, log m into n, so it will become log 2 plus log 3 square divided by log 2 square plus log 3. Then it will become log 2 plus 2 log 3 equal to 2 log 2 plus log 3. Okay, then we need to find b. b is nothing but log 54 base 24. So it can be written as log 54 by log 24. Okay, so log 54 if you factorize, it is like 27 into 2, and all of you know very well 27 is nothing but 3 cube divided by 24 is like 3 into 8 is 2 cube into 3. So you will get log 2 plus log 3 cube if you apply log mn formula. So log 3 cube will be nothing but the power will come out, so it will become 3 log 3. Similarly, the denominator will become log 2 cube. Log 2 cube is nothing but 3 log 2 plus log 3. Okay, then we need to simplify ab plus 5 times of a minus b. Okay, now one more thing we can do, that we can try to express this entire expression in terms of one variable. So in terms of one variable, what we can do is, I will tell you. So suppose if you divide this entire equation by log 2, so when you divide this entire expression both numerator and denominator by log 2, so log 2 by log 2 will become 1. Log 2 by log 2 will become 1 plus log 3 divided by log 2. So according to the rule of log, when you divide log 3 by log 2, it can be written as log 3 base 2. So it will become log 3 base 2. So it will become 2 times of log 3 base 2 divided by, this will become 2 log 2, so it will become 2 plus log 3 base 2. Okay. Now suppose you take log 3 base 2 as x. So it will become 1 plus 2x divided by 2 plus x, where you have x equal to log 3 base 2. Okay, then similarly if we divide over here by log 2, both numerator and denominator, you will get log 2 by log 2, it's 1, and then you will get 3 into log 3 base 2 divided by, you will also get 3 plus log 3 base 2. So in terms of x, it will become 1 plus 3x by 3 plus x. Okay, now you have to find the value of this. Yeah, so you have to find ab plus 5 times of a minus b. So ab would be nothing but the product of these two. So product of these two will become 1 plus 2x into 1 plus 3x divided by 2 plus x into 3 plus x. Then 5 times of a minus b. Okay, now if you try to simplify, so everywhere the LCM would be nothing but 2 plus x into 3 plus x. Then you will get here, if you multiply 1 plus 2x into 1 plus 3x, you will get 1 plus, first you will multiply 1 by 1 plus 3x, so you will get 1 plus 3x. Next you will multiply 2x with 1 plus 3x, so you will get 2x, and then you will also get 6x square. Okay, over here if you take LCM, so you will get 1 plus 2x into 3 plus x, and outside 5 is also there, so outside 5 is there, and then inside you are getting 1 plus 2x into 3 plus x. So if you multiply, you will get 3 plus x plus 6x plus 2x square, and then minus, you will get, if you multiply by 2 into 1 plus 3x, so you will get 2 and minus 2 minus 6x, and then minus x and minus 3x square. Okay, now if you simplify it, so if you simplify, first of all outside you will get 1 plus 5x plus 6x square, and then over here 2x square minus 3x square minus x square into 5, so you will get minus 5x square, and then coming to the x term, so you have like 6x plus x, 7x, and 7x it will get cancelled, then 3 minus 2 you will get plus 1 and plus into 5, so that will be 5 divided by, if you multiply 2 plus x and 3 plus x, you will get 2 into 3 6, then 2 into x 2x, and then 3 into x 3x, then x into x x square, Is it clear? So first you will multiply 2 by 3, 6, 2 by x, 2x, x by 3, 3x, and x into x, x square. Now after simplification, you are getting x square plus 5x plus 6, and the denominator is also same, x square plus 5x plus 6. So the answer is 1. Okay, then we'll go to the question number 13. So in question number 13, you have log a base b into log a base c plus log b base a into log b base c plus log c base a into log c base b equal to 3, where a, b, c are different positive real numbers not equal to 1. Then find the value of a, b, c. Okay, so first of all, this equation, you can write it as log a base b. You can write it as log a by log b. Then log a by base c can be written as log a by log c. So if you express like that, then you will get in the numerator, first of all you are getting log a by log b into you are getting log a by log c, then you are getting log b by log a, and into you are getting log b by log c, plus you are getting log c by log a, and you are also getting log c by log b. Okay, now if you take the LCM, so the LCM of denominator, LCM of log b log c, log a log c, log a log b would be nothing but log a into log b into log c, and the numerator you will get in log b log c. What is missing here? Log a is missing, so you will multiply this by log a. Similarly here, what is missing? Log b is missing, so you will multiply the numerator by log b, so it will become log b whole cube. Here what is missing? Log c is missing, so you will multiply the numerator here by log c, so it will become log c whole cube. So you will get log a whole cube, or if you don't want to do like this, then yeah, you can take log a as x, log b as y, and log c as z. So you can do that also. Yeah, so after this you can also do like, you can take let x equal to log a, y equal to log b, and z equal to log c. So then this equation will become x square divided by yz, then y square divided by zx, and then z square divided by xy equal to 3. Now LCM of yz, zx, xy, that would be nothing but xyz. So over here in yz, what is missing? X is missing. In zx, y is missing. In xy, z is missing. So you will multiply x square by x, because x is missing here. So you will get x cube. Similarly, second term you will get y cube. Third term you will get z cube. Now equal to 3. So if you do cross multiplication, you are getting x cube plus y cube plus z cube equal to 3xyz. So if x cube plus y cube plus z cube is equal to 3xyz, it means x plus y plus z equals to 0. Okay. Now if x plus y plus z equals to 0, and x plus y plus z is nothing but log a plus log b plus log c, where base can be anything, equals to 0. So if you apply the properties of log m plus log n plus log p, so that is nothing but log m and p, so it will become log abc equals to 0, and log is 0, you know very well, whenever it will be 1, like log x, you know, or log 1 is 0, right? So then this has to be 1, so abc is 1. That is the answer. Okay, now question number 14, the sum of the series. So the first term is 1 by 1 into 2, second term 1 by 2 into 3, plus 1 by 3 into 4, and the last term is 1 by 100 into 101. So here first of all you have to observe the pattern in the denominator. So denominator is nothing but product of two consecutive integers, 1 2, here 2 3 3 4 up to 100 and 101. So in such questions we have to express numerator as difference of these two factor. Okay, so 1 by 1 into 2, you can write it as difference of 1 into 2 minus 1 divided by 1 into 2. Similarly, next 1 you can write it as 3 minus 2 by 2 into 3, because we want to express in terms of difference of the denominator. Next 1 we can write it as 4 minus 3 by 3 into 4. By the same pattern we can also write it as 101 minus 100 divided by 100 into 101. Now if you divide, so when you divide 2 by 1 into 2, if you write the term separately, so 2 by 1 into 2, it would be nothing but 1. Next you will write 1 by 1 into 2, so that is nothing but 1 by 2. Then you will write 3 by 2 into 3, that will be 1 by 2. And next minus 2 by 2 into 3, it will be nothing but 1 by 3. So similarly, next term will become 1 by 3 minus 1 by 4, and the last term will be nothing but 1 by 100 minus 1 by 101. Okay, then minus 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2 will get cancelled, minus 1 by 3 plus 1 by 3 minus 1 by 4, like that all the term will get cancelled except the first term and the last term. Now when we simplify 1 minus 101, so LCM would be 101, so you will get 101 minus 1 by 101, so it's nothing but 100 by 101. So option number B is the answer. Okay, then question number 15, if x plus 1 by x equal to 2, then x cube plus 1 by x cube. So such kind of questions are very easy. Whenever you have x plus 1 by x equal to 2, then you can remember also directly you can say that x will be equal to 1. So this, how we can get it? This we can get it by either by quadratic equation or by arithmetic mean, geometric mean, am greater than equal to gm. Okay, so how we can get it by the equation? You can just take the LCM. So if you take LCM, which will be x, so you will get here x square plus 1 and equal to 2. Now if you do cross multiplication, you will get x square plus 1 equal to 2x. Now if you transpose 2x also to left hand side, so you're getting x square, and 2x can be written as minus 2. 2x will become minus 2x. So minus 2 into x into 1 plus 1 square. So it is in the form of a square minus 2ab plus b square, which can be written as x minus 1 whole square equal to 0. So when you equate it to 0, x minus 1 will be 0, then x will be 1. Otherwise you can also get it by AMGM. So by AMGM I will tell you how you will get it. Suppose you take AM of x and 1 by x. So x plus 1 by x divided by 2. This will be AM of x and 1 by x. That will be greater than GM of x and 1 by x. That would be nothing but square root of x into 1 by x. That's nothing but 1. So you are getting x plus 1 by x, and that is greater than equal to 2. Now here it is equal to 2. It will be equal to 2. It will be possible only if AM is equal to GM. And you know very well when AM is equal to GM, if both the terms are equal. So for that x has to be equal to 1 by x. Then from that if you solve it, you will get x equal to 1. Because for AMGM another condition you must remember is the number must be positive. So when you solve x equal to 1 by x, you will also get x equal to minus 1. But you should not take that, because for AMGM the number has to be positive. Okay guys, similarly when you have, suppose in some other questions, x plus 1 by x equal to minus 2, so you must remember that you will get x equal to minus 1 here. Or you can also think when you have x plus 1 by x equal to 2, so you can also think 2 can be written as 1 plus 1 by 1. So just by comparing it, you will get x equal to 1. So all these things are there. So once this is done, then you can substitute x equal to 1 here. So answer would be 2, option number C. So when you substitute x equal to 1, 1 cube would be nothing but 1, and again 1 by 1 cube, that will be 1. 1 plus 1, 2. So option number C is 2. Okay guys, then question number 16. The number of real roots of the equation x minus 1 whole square plus x minus 2 whole square plus x minus 3 whole square plus x minus 4 whole square plus so on, and the last term is x minus n whole square equal to 0, where n is greater than 1 is. Okay, so you might have studied that, for example, if you have a square plus b square equal to 0, so a square plus b square equal to 0 is possible only if a and b both are equal to 0. Similarly, if there are n terms also, so sum of square of those n term will be equal to 0 only if all are equal to 0, but all can't be 0 because x minus 1 also has to be 0. At the same time, x minus 2 has to be 0, but it is not possible because if x is equal to 1, then x minus 1 will be 0, but the other term x minus 2, x minus 3, they won't be 0. Similarly, if x minus 2 is equal to 0, then x will be 2. So at x equal to 2, x minus 2 will be 0, but the other term won't be equal to 0. So then there is no real root or no solution actually. So answer would be 0. Okay, then next question number 17. If PQR are real and distinct numbers, then the value of, so you have to find p minus q whole cube plus q minus r whole cube plus r minus p whole cube divided by p minus q, q minus r, r minus p. So this question, it would be easier if you take, let a equal to p minus q, b equals to q minus r, and c equals to r minus p. Now if you add them, so when you add a plus b plus c, so as you know, a is p minus q, b is q minus r, and c is r minus p. So their sum is nothing but 0, right? Because p minus p will get cancelled, minus q plus q, minus r plus r. Now you know that if a plus b plus c equals to 0, and what you have to find it out, so we'll have a look at that as well. So you have to find out this, and if you write in terms of ABC, you will get a cube plus b cube plus c cube divided by ABC. Now you know that if a plus b plus c equals to 0, then a cube plus b cube plus c cube will be equal to 3ABC. So in place of this, you can write 3ABC divided by ABC. So ABC will get cancelled and you will get 3.